Agricultural marketing, trade and prices. Our topic is Agricultural Producers Act, Grading Act, Cold Storage Order and Food Adulteration Act. First, what is Agricultural Produce and Grading Act? Agricultural Produce Act was amended in the year 1937. It extends to the whole of India. Explanation for various terms. Agricultural produce. All produce of agriculture or horticulture and all articles of food or drink comes under agricultural produce. Covering. Covering includes vessel, box, crate, wrapper, etc. Grade designation. It is indicative of the quality of any scheduled article. Grade designation mark. A mark representing a particular grade designation quality. It includes the state and condition of the article. Prescribed means prescribed by rules made under this act. Scheduled article means an article included in the scheduled. Prescription of grade designation. The central government may, after previous publication by notification in the Office Gazette, makes rules to carry out the provisions of this act. Penalty for unauthorized marking with grade designation mark. Whoever marks any scheduled article with a grade designation mark, not being authorized to do so by rule made under Section 3, shall be punishable with imprisonment for a term not exceeding 6 months and fine not exceeding 5,000 rupees. Penalty for counterfeiting grade designation mark. Whoever counterfeits any grade designation mark or has in his possession any die, plate or other. Penalty for selling misgraded articles. Misgraded articles is nothing but giving the grade other than it requires. Whoever sells any scheduled article which is misgraded shall be punishable with imprisonment for a term not exceeding 6 months and fine not exceeding 5,000 rupees. Power to prescribe compulsory grade designations in respect of certain articles. Institution of prosecution. No court shall take cognizance of an offence punishably under this act except upon a complaint in writing made by the person aggrieved, a recognized consumer association, whether the person aggrieved is a member of that association or not. Explanation. For the purpose of this section, recognized consumer association means a voluntary consumer association registered under the Companies Act 1956. Extension of application of Act. The central government, after such consultation as it thinks fit of the interest likely to be affected, may be notification in the official gazette. Cold storage order. This order may be called the Cold Storage Order and it was amended in the year 1980. Cold storage means any chamber or chambers insulated and mechanically cooled by refrigeration machinery and used for storing foodstuffs. Foodstuffs includes fruits, vegetables, meat, fish, eggs, milk and milk products. Prohibition of construction of new cold storage or expansion of existing cold storage without prior permission. There are several laws and orders for the construction of cold storage or expansion of cold storage. Factors to be considered in granting or refusing permission for construction of proposed cold storage. Prohibition of operation of a cold storage or expanded cold storage without license. Factors to be considered in granting or refusing a license for operation of the proposed cold storage. License fee shall be as follows: cancellation of license, period of validity of license, issue of duplicate license, overloading, cold storage receipts, fixation of charges for storage, appeal, delegation. Food Adulteration Act. This act was amended in the year 1954 and continued in 1964, 1976 and 1986. The Act provides the protection from adulteration or contamination of food that may lead to the health risk of consumers. The Act regulates the use of chemicals, pesticides, flavors, and other additives in food preparation. Through this Act, there is a control over dumping of substandard foods, enrichment of flour, bread, or other cereals with vitamins or minerals. Center is empowered to appoint an advisory committee called the Central Committee for Food Standard. In any dispute, an adulterated sample need to be examined by the court. Powers are given to the state governments to appoint public analysts and food inspectors who control the food supply, storage, and marketing of foods. It is the duty of inspector to draw and dispatch samples to a library. There is a provision for penalty if anybody break the law for a maximum imprisonment of 1 year or a minimum fine of rupees 2,000. There is a penalty for violation of rules with regard to seized article subsequently found adulterated and contaminated with injurious substances. When consumed adulterated food is likely to cause death or injury to the body or amount to grievous hurt can be punished according to Section 320 of the Indian Penal Code. The role of central government in Food Adulteration Act. To conduct examination for the chemists for their appointment as public analysts under the Act, to organize training program for various functionaries under the Act, to approve the state PFA rules, to examine and approve the labels of infant foods. Here are some adulterants and foodstuffs. Cereals is adulterated with soil, pieces of stone, pulses with kesari dal, Bengal gram flour, starch powder, ghee, vegetable ghee, milk, water, tea, used tea leaves, pepper, papaya seeds, clove after extraction, dhania, sawdust, red chili powder, sawdust, honey, sugar, water, turmeric, yellow soil. There are some tests for adulteration. Nitric acid test. In a sample of oil, nitric acid is added and then the tube is shaken up, which give rise to orange-red color, indicates the presence of argemone oil. It does not give positive result if the level of oil is less than 0.25%. There is another test called paper chromatography test. It is highly sensitive test to detect argemone oil up to 0.0001% in all edible oils and fats. Treatment. Supportive therapy for cardiac failure is effective, but the response may be slow. All contaminated mustard oil must be identified and further exposure avoided. Temporary ban can be imposed for the sale and use of oil. If economics can't fix it, we are all screwed. Thank you.